Cheesy goodness! We've had our home study! The home study happened on Friday. Today is Monday. Yes, and it's raining now, so I'm sorry. A lot of things happened. She asked us many questions, and I'm not allowed to disclose exactly what she asked us. So after she did like an interview with both of us, she did a separate interview with each of us, mostly to just check that what we said on our autobiography was exactly the same. We didn't lie anywhere. Then she took a tour of the home and like saw everything, saw what it looked like and stuff like that. Then she told us afterwards that they're going to submit it to the committee, and then by the end of September, we should know whether or not we're approved. And I was really shocked by that. Like, I was expecting like a few months to go by before we heard back from her, but she just said by the end of the month. Like, whoa, that's surprising. But the end of the month, we'll get results whether we're approved or not. And I have a feeling we will be approved, just because I don't know why she would come and waste her time and have us pay all that kind of money. Then after that, we'll officially be put on the waiting list, which is weird. Like, oh my gosh, like, really? It's really shocking and surprising, and I'm still trying to process. That's why I didn't say anything for like a couple days, because I was trying to process it all. It's just so much happened that I just needed to think about. Just a lot just happened. So we could potentially have a child this year. That's weird. It's really weird to think about, like, I'll have a child. It's just so weird. I don't know, but we've been planning a lot. Speaking of planning, we have been needing to make lots of upgrades in this home, because when we moved in, there was nothing. Like, basically nothing. Like, nothing at all. So we bought a bunch of stuff, and then stuff that we did have, we, like, received, or we got, like, secondhand, so it was really cheap and kind of not really working. But we just made do with it, because we're like, oh, well, we're not going to make roots here. We're just here temporarily, so there's no point in spending all this money, because we don't need to settle. But after being here about 3 years, that's kind of starting to wear on me mentally, I noticed. Like, this past few months, I thought it was just because the winter was so cold, and I was just suffering from the cold. Then it became summer, and I was still suffering. Not because I like the cold, but like suffering mentally and emotionally. And I couldn't really figure out why. And then I decided, you know what, let me decorate some things here and there. So I bought some like little knickknacks and stuff. And then just by doing that alone, it made like a huge improvement to my mood. And then I really started to think about it, and I was like, you know, I really think it's because I'm not living at means. I'm living below means, and I'm not having a good quality of life. Not necessarily good quality, but like the way of life is pretty below standard and below what we can actually do. I know we've been saving a lot of money for this adoption, but there are some things we're skirting by on just because we're trying to save money. We're thinking, well, we don't need to spend money. We're not going to be here for it permanently. But then we started to think about certain things, like the rice cooker, for example. It like broke. So we just stopped. We were like, oh, whatever. So we just kind of like stopped using the rice cooker and just bought microwavable rice. And then we also have like a tea kettle that makes enough for 2 cups. That's it. When my mother came and visited, they had to refill that quite often because it was definitely not enough for just them when there's 4 people here. Our toaster may or may not toast anything. And so there's just stuff like that, or like organizational things that we could use, because I just kind of piled things around in the shower, and it's not exactly going to work when you have to bathe a baby. So we made a registry of all the things that we need to improve our home and quality of life, so that when the child comes, we're not like in this low level mentally, and then we're able to make sure we're bringing up the child and it's more happy and more peaceful, we're more organized and more clean, and things work. So we've put things on the list, like a 5.5 cup rice cooker that's brand new and not used or secondhand. Same with like a shelf for the shower, so we can put all the shampoos and stuff so the tub is completely free. Some containers to put like flour and sugar and my spices, because they're kind of like dispersed all over the counter and getting covered in grease and oil from the stove. And the new can opener because it just does not open cans, and like stuff like that just don't work, and our like ice cream maker because it's gone to heaven with stuff like that. So I made a registry, a dream list. You can't, I mean, you could if you want to try to buy stuff for us and have it deliver them to us from the website, but it's all 100% Japanese. So if you can read Japanese and know my address, then you can just type all that in, type the information in, and it will deliver it to me, and I'll be like, oh, cool, present, okay? But if you don't know Japanese and don't want to do all of that, then you can just donate normally on my crowdfunding page. And just leave a comment like, oh, this $4 is towards a new can opener, or something like that. Also, U-Caring no longer exists anymore. They have now been purchased by GoFundMe, and since GoFundMe says that they are free, I don't believe them, because in the past they've always taken 5% of any donations that they've received for any campaign. So I am very skeptical to believe that since they've dissolved U-Caring, that they're going to apply U-Caring's method of accepting no fees and only having like PayPal or whatever, or credit card companies charge the fees. Since GoFundMe does not use PayPal, it uses their own system, GoFundMe's system, I don't believe them at all. So there's going to be some hidden fees in there. I just don't trust that company. So I researched a lot, and I found FreeFunder, which is the only other free website besides U-Caring, but U-Caring's gone. So FreeFunder is the only website I could find that was actually advertised as free and really says, honestly, free, aside from like WePay, which is what like U-Caring has, like WePay, which would take like the credit card charge of like 2% or something. I don't remember, something like that. So I'll put a link to my new crowdfunding page below. Everything's the same. I copied it over. It just looks different. The format's just different. I have all the updates. Everything is completely over. All the donations and stuff like that. The only thing I didn't take over is your comments. I didn't want to have to type all of your comments. Sorry about that. Sorry if you're all upset. Anyway, that's the update I've got. All of them. So if you want to see my registry and my new crowdfunding page, I'll link those there. So enjoy. I have to make this quick because my camera's dying. But like, we have a new toaster. We have a 5.5 cup rice cooker. Look how lovely it is. It's beautiful. We have a new, tea kettle. It's beautiful. We have a lovely squishy rug. It was so much on sale we couldn't resist. So it's a little small, but 50% off, who can resist that? Got this lovely bowl to put all of my produce like this from the outside. We got a new wooden spoon because mine was falling to pieces. We got this cool spice rack thing where I have like flour, brown sugar, regular sugar, and hidden spices. Ooh. And then the ones I use all the time or don't fit. Look at that! There's no soap on top of, or shampoo on top of this. Oh my gosh! It's over here! Wow! Look at that! Look how organized it all looks now. So fancy.
So this is an English muffin. You may ask, why is it special? Well, it's not. However, and what's this? Has a lid, but what is it? It's a toaster. You know, one that works, and where if you push down the button, it doesn't just go right back up. Like actually, see, like one time it just stays down. I'm just not sure how to untoast it. So I figured it out. Everything's bueno. Everything's bueno. But wow, we have a toaster. See, it actually works. And then you simply do this and ta-da! Thank you for watching.
I know I haven't done an adoption update. You don't know that. Well, maybe you do. I haven't done an adoption update since our home study. That's because I'm waiting to hear back from our social worker if we were approved from the home study or not. And I just have not been wanting to talk about the adoption until I know what the next steps are, if that makes sense. So we're not going to be talking about the home study. We're going to be talking about good old friendly mac and cheese. The last box in Japan. I must cherish this with my heart and eat these as if my soul depends upon them, because it is the end. It is the end. Oh, now we have light. Alright, here, that's what we got going. We got our boiling water. It might be a little too boily. And now we have our box that I shall open. I don't know about you, but these have never opened. There's like these perforated marks. It never opens in the perforated marks. Alright, here we go. Oh, I just made a mess. Alright, sorry. It's just two. It's just two. Now we need le spoon. Do you see that? Do you see that? It's the sound of happiness. Yay. Cheesy goodness. Cheesy goodness. Yes. Catable. Yes. Cheesiness. Oh, we are ready to consume this. This is beautiful. Itadakimasu. Oh, it smells like love. It smells like love. Ah. Oh. Oh. It makes my American insides so happy. Bet you never thought mac and cheese could taste so good. Bet you never thought it would taste so good. Oh. Try not having it for 3 years and then eating it again. Oh. It'll make you happy. Oh. I know this isn't gourmet, but it's gourmet today.